They don't know anything because if they did, I would be in jail right now.
Okay, just give him a gun.
It just needs to be gone.
You guys don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
I mean, I got your back, man.
It's in the Tennessee River. They will never find it.
A cheerleader paired with a football jock is a classic Romeo and Juliet high school couple. This relationship between Emma Walker and Riley Gaul was a perfect match that swiftly became famous among their peers. However, as their romance started to have dire turns, this story, just like the original Romeo and Juliet tale, has gone to its classic tragic ending. Today on Crime Diaries, we head to Tennessee to explore the case of Emma Walker. Emma Jane Walker was born on the 20th of March 2000 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Emma was described as lively, cheerful, kind, and passionate. When she was 14 years old, she started cheerleading at Central High School, making her the first freshman to do so at that time. Like most teenagers, she had dreams. These dreams included working with sick or premature infants as a neonatal nurse. One evening, while cheering from the sidelines, Emma attracted Riley Gaul, a football player. Riley, who was Emma's 2-year senior, was a top-performing and popular student. He was also a video game enthusiast and a devout attendee at a local church. Riley's friends described him as witty, a little bit of a joker, traditionally handsome, and a smart jock. Back then, Riley had a girlfriend, but he decided to terminate things and started seeing Emma. Riley, a football star, and Emma, a cheerleader, began dating, which made them the talk of the university and a highly popular couple. Emma frequently updated her social media profiles, particularly Twitter, with pictures of her lover and captions that read, "Look how lucky I am," along with amusing selfies and romantic portraits. Emma introduced Riley to her parents, Mr. Mark and Mrs. Jill Walker, and they appreciated Emma's boyfriend, saying he was like the guy next door. At first, they liked Riley for their daughter Emma because he's kind, well-mannered, and likable. However, their attitude quickly changed when they learned that Riley was still keeping his promise to bring his ex-girlfriend on a date to their junior year prom. Also, Riley was quiet and more reserved, which, according to Emma's friends, made it difficult for them to get to know him. Riley reportedly turned into a dominating, possessive, jealous, and obsessed person, according to many of Emma's acquaintances. Emma's friends expressed their worries about her partner, but she dismissed them and assured them that they had nothing to worry about. Emma seemed unconcerned with what other people thought of their relationship and only pursued her own happiness. In an effort to end the toxic nature of their relationship, her parents took away her phone and urged her to break up with Riley. To continue their communication, Riley handed Emma an iPod Touch, so she was able to use Wi-Fi covertly without her parents suspecting it. Even though nobody was in favor of them, they still stayed together. The relationship between Emma and Riley had frequently gone on and off over the course of the following 2 years, and it was growing increasingly toxic and turbulent. Every breakup was more dramatic than the one before, and the young couple would frequently fight. Riley would phone her frequently and leave message after message. He would wait hours outside her place of employment before starting to harass her. "You're dead to me. I'll check my obituary," he once told her. But with every offensive message, an "I'm sorry for how I act" apology would shortly follow. He would say, "I love you more than words can express." Ultimately, Riley and Emma broke up in November 2016, when Riley was already enrolled in college. After seeing pictures of Riley with other college girls, Emma texted her friend Keegan saying she broke up with him. Keegan and his friends exhaled in relief because they had all anticipated the end of their friend's toxic relationship. Unsurprisingly, Riley did not take the news well. November 18th, 2016, Emma was partying at a friend's house when she started receiving some odd messages from an unknown number. One of the texts read, "Come outside alone if you don't want to see your loved ones get hurt. Go to your car with your keys. If you don't comply, I'll hurt them." Emma responded to the texts saying that she will contact authorities if the harassment doesn't stop. She assumed that one of Riley's friends was pulling some bizarre pranks on her. Yet, threatening to contact the police failed to halt anything, and the unsettling nature of the texts increased. As the pressure continued, Emma received a message informing her that Riley had been left outside the house, so she immediately went for him. Outside, they found Riley lying face down in a ditch. He was holding his head as Emma approached him. He appeared bewildered, and he claimed to have been kidnapped and didn't know how he got there. Emma, who was sobbing, told Riley that they had broken up and that he should leave her alone, believing that it was all an elaborate prank. The next morning, after Riley's kidnapping incident, Emma was preparing inside their house because she was going to meet her mother. While fixing her things, an unknown man that allegedly kidnapped Riley returned and began ringing the doorbell and hammering on it. Emma contacted her friends when she was frightened and said, "I'm home alone and somebody in all black walked down my street and came to my door and rang the doorbell over and over again. I thought I was going to die." She also sent a message to the sole person she thought had saved her, Riley. Riley arrived to find the mystery man gone after she remarked, "I hate you, but I need you right now," to which he responded, "I'm speeding over to help you." The man was Riley, according to Emma's friend Haley, who also confirmed it when she saw his car parked next to their street. Riley denied it was him when she contacted him, questioning what he was doing hanging around close to Emma's house. Emma was talking to Riley in the front yard when her mother arrived home seeking for her. Eventually, authorities were able to gather evidence that the kidnapping was fake and Riley staged it. Emma's suspicions were correct. Sunday, November 20, 2016. Walker's home seemed to be quiet and serene. Around midnight, Riley, who was still at Maryville, asked to borrow his roommate's phone and used it to call Emma. Riley claimed that during this call, Emma told him she had no interest in getting back together with him, and the conversation abruptly ended. Riley kept on texting her non-stop, calling around 40 times, leaving countless voicemail messages. Emma didn't respond in any of the messages, and Riley stopped trying to make contact. During the night, Emma's father woke up after hearing some noises as if someone knocked on the house and the door slammed twice. He checked around, checked his son and daughter's room, and it looked like they were sleeping peacefully. He thought that he just imagined the sound and went back to sleep again. Around 6 a.m., Emma's mother went to her bedroom to wake her up for school. Her mother called her name many times, but Emma didn't respond. Reached out and touched her leg, but Emma still didn't move. When her mother looked at her face was pale and her lips were blue. She knew she needed to call an ambulance. She checked her pulse and felt nothing.
Where is your emergency?
Walker!
What's going on there?
I just tried to wake up my daughter for school, and she has no pulse.
How old is she?
She's 16.
You said that she's non-responsive?
Yeah.
On November 21st, 2016, 16-year-old Emma Walker was found dead while she was asleep. The cops arrived and got to work on their investigation. In Emma's bedroom, they discovered a gunshot hole exactly where her head would be when she slept. Emma was shot when she was asleep. The police needed to determine where the second shot was fired after they discovered 2 round casings outside the house. Police eventually discovered the second bullet hole after moving around outside the home. Emma's bedroom was also hit, just next to her bed. The gunshot happened between 2:30 to 3 a.m. One bullet presumably quickly killed her after striking her behind the left ear, while the other one wound up in her pillow. The shooter, whomever they were, was aware of the room's layout and the position Emma would be in when hit. The same name kept popping up time and time again when police began questioning Emma's family and acquaintances, Riley Gaul. The detectives were very suspicious, so they brought him in. Police talked to him for hours, and the more Riley talked, the more they connected some dots. He kept on saying things such as, "I would never hurt the girl I love," and he kept on calling the victim as the girl, avoiding using Emma's name. The police found it more and more suspicious, so they kept interrogating about the murder weapon. Riley denied the allegations, but the police said that he was totally emotionless, disconnected, and his story seemed rehearsed. 2 days after Emma passed away, some of Riley's friends, Noah and Alex, expressed concerns about his behavior in recent months and after he claimed to have been kidnapped. They revealed a secret Riley told them, saying he was now terrified for his life and had seized his grandfather's gun as protection. Riley had also asked one of his friends, Noah, for advice on how to clean a gun of fingerprints. Finally, Riley's grandfather reported his gun stolen the day Emma was shot. With all the evidence out in the air for his friends, they deduced that Riley was indeed the culprit. So they devised a plan for the authorities to apprehend him. In the evening of that same day, Riley went out with his friends to get rid of the gun in the Tennessee River. Little did Riley know, his friends recorded everything he was saying using a secret camera that was hidden in a key fob.
Listen, you guys, like, with my life, because, I mean, this is 70 years in jail if I get convicted of something I did.
Okay, you just give him a gun.
It just needs to be gone. For whatever reason, it just needs to be gone.
You guys don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
I mean, I got your back, man.
It's in the Tennessee River. They will never find it.
Riley's friends had been in contact with the police, tipping them that Riley was about to throw the murder weapon in the river, so they conducted a sting operation to catch Riley with the murder weapon red-handed. While on their way to the hiding spot, Riley's friends communicated with the police, and by the time Riley pulled out the gun, his two friends signaled for the arrest. Police discovered the murder weapon, together with the black clothes that Riley used to frame the fake kidnapping. Riley Gaul's sentencing was set on the 20th of July, 2018. He insisted all the way through the hearing that he never intended to hurt Emma Walker. Gaul admitted to the Walker's family during the sentence hearing, saying that, "I wanted to scare her. I never intended to kill Emma," he also said. He wanted to scare her, hoping Emma would come back to him. Gaul's defense attorney used this angle to propose that the incident was homicide and not murder in an attempt to lessen jail time. The judge, however, was not bought by their delusions. Riley was sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty at trial of first-degree murder, stalking, theft, reckless endangerment, and possession of a firearm while committing a felony. Even though there was nothing to celebrate about this case being solved, with Riley being locked behind bars for the rest of his life, Emma's loved ones were able to rest easier. Emma's fellow cheerleaders released balloons in her honor, and a candlelight memorial was organized at Central High. Emma's brightness and charms will forever be in the hearts of her family. Emma might be gone, but she will never be forgotten. What are your thoughts about the murder of Emma Walker? Tell us in the comments section. Also, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. This has been Crime Diaries, and until next time, don't be another statistic.